Hey guys, I'm Benjamin James Baker, also known as EG.DeMusliM. I'm a professional StarCraft 2 player playing for Team Evil Geniuses. So as I said, I'm a Terran player, and I've been struggling with Protoss recently, but I'm starting to learn some little tips and tricks of my own that I feel I should share with you guys. So if you are struggling with TvP, this is the place to be. So we will get right into the game, and I'll talk about this matchup. So this is a TvP. Robori, I don't really know who he is, but it's just ladder, and he's obviously a high-level player, given that we're getting matched, we have a similar MMR. I'll get the game underway. I am the red Terran, here's the blue Protoss. So this is Tal'darim, very common map. He is immediately mineral stacking, so I know this guy isn't a chump. It appears that he is actually pretty good. Mineral stacking most of his probes, actually, so he is obviously good. I'm actually not doing that again, so he is technically getting a little lead on the mineral count. Not big, but it's there. And I mean, ladder, given the fact that this guy is doing this, it means he's definitely taking this serious. So we know he's going to be giving it his all. Build-wise, just a depot at the front with the Rex here. This is very normal positioning on this map. It's the normal wall off. You don't want to build your Rex here. Here I can, if I wish to, I can put an add-on. If I put the Rex here too, it's just a nice wall off for 2 depots. Everything's good about it. So talking about his build, where's his Nexus? Where's his gateway? Well, his Nexus will be popping up soon, and this is a very, very common build. On this map, given that it is Tal'darim, if I scout this way around, which it looks like I am going to do, I scout this Nexus first last. That is really unfortunate. I mean, we did see the positioning of that rally point, which did suck for me. I don't know where it came from actually, but we did see it. I think it's actually from him that he's going to scout that way. But anyway, you do usually scout clockwise on this map, given that if you don't scout clockwise, your units kind of do this. They go around these towers. You scout clockwise, they go through the towers, and it's just a shorter path. So usually you should scout clockwise. Anyways, given that he is going Nexus first, I'm immediately behind. I'm going for an Expo build myself, but a much safer Expo build. And look, I am going clockwise, so my guys do go past the towers rather than around the towers like his are doing. So that's just a tip for this map in general. Okay, so command center is being thrown down, depot being thrown down. I feel like a wall off to be safe. Going to throw down a second Rex pretty soon. I'm going to throw down a bunker, I guess, pretty soon too. So we have no idea what the other one's doing, but his build is extraordinarily safe if he does get scouted very late, which he's going to do. And his probe count will choose to climb. And like, I can't stop this right now. I still don't know about it. I'm scouting in blast, so this is really bad for me. This is one of those positions where Terrans are like, oh no, I hope this doesn't happen to me, but it's just happened to me. So anyway, I'm doing a very standard build, which is the 2 Rex, 2 refinery play, and look, I scout him, I see this Expo up, I see that he's getting a second gateway, he's chrono boosting that out, I see everything that's going on, second gas. What does this indicate to me? It actually doesn't indicate much right now. All I know is that he's Expo'd first, he's going to have a bit of a lead. What he chooses to do with that lead is up to him. Anyways, I do have a bunker down, I do start throwing up depots in front of it just for a little bit of a wall. This means the surface area on my bunker is so much less, and in general, it just means these zealots can't do as much damage to this bunker as they would want to. I do unload 2 Marines and put a Marauder in here. The only reason for that is if the Stalker does choose to pick off my depots or pick at them, my Marauder is actually going to gain 1 extra range for being in this bunker and he's going to be able to hit Stalkers, so that's pretty prominent. And hopefully I do get to show you that in this game. So what's happening? I'm just carrying on with my tech path, just getting stim, playing very normally, not panicking, getting a factory, getting +1 when I hit 100 gas, I would imagine. So come on, come on, come on. It is going to happen, hopefully. There we go. Throwing down a refinery here, going to be getting a starport. Again, it probably should, yeah, it's pretty well timed with the 100 gas. 50 gas, I'll get the reactor, there we go. What's he doing though? What's he doing? He is actually going for a push. With how many gates? 6 gates. This is something that every Terran fears. Look how efficient he is too with his probes. He's got 16 probes mining here on minerals. How many has he got here? 16 again. This is the most efficient 6-gate push you can possibly do. And by that I mean, the most efficient mineral count is 16 probes. That's the most efficient, but given that 2 guys per mineral patch, that's as good as it can get. Whereas 24, obviously that's the maximum. 8's the minimum you want. 16 is the perfect middle. If you want to be as sufficient as you can possibly be, this is a good count. So he's doing this push very well. We see that he runs into this depot, but look, I've got the surface area down on one side, so I'm pretty fine. I know this push is happening, I'll slow down the replay. Army-wise, His army is way more costly than mine. I haven't even got my medevacs out yet. This 6-gate push of his is ridiculously early. I do start building another depot around this base, and I am actually kind of worried about this push, but I've just got a good spread. And look, he is going to start trying to kill this bunker. But look, my split's pretty good. I haven't got stim yet. I'm just trying to repair. He is throwing down the force fields, and I just want to point out these force fields do block me, but you saw his zealots. They were trying to get around these depots to try and do damage. If I didn't have those depots, that bunker would already be dead, and I'd be in a world of trouble right now. So that bought me just a bit of extra time, but that was enough to keep me alive. Army-wise, I'm actually ahead, or I was ahead in supply until these 6 extra zealots came in. But as you can see, he used quite a few force fields doing that. He's out of force field energy now. He's out of guard and shield energy. I've got stim for next time he comes. And I still have this depot wall if he wants to engage me. He has 6 zealots in this army, 7 zealots. So if he wants to try and engage this army, he has to try and run around these depots. Either way, if he wants to go over here, he has to just run over here, which obviously these depots don't stop. But the main problem is my army is alive and just in a safe position. So he is going to start picking off these depots. He realizes it's really annoying what I'm doing, and I'm just going to start playing very annoying against him back. I'm just going to play careful. I'm not pushing my advantage. Look, my +1 isn't done yet. It's pretty soon. My medevacs aren't done yet. I do not want to get caught out of position. Look at his army. It's looking really scary now. What am I doing? I'm just making sure that I'm not being put in a position I don't want to be. So I'm just waiting this out. I'm just staying in a position that I want to be in. He does force field, and this is my time to pull. I pull all my SCVs, so his fire is going to be split. I have stim, I have my medevacs. Even though +1 is just a little bit away from done, I know he has overextended. These stalkers are so juicy for my marauders to be piling on. My supply has plummeted, but my army is going to stay alive. That is the big thing here. +1 has now done. His upgrades are not there. I know exactly which strategy he's done. And look, supply-wise, his is dwindling massively. While I lost quite a lot of SCVs, tech-wise, I'm exactly where I want to be. My minerals are stacking. It's purely because of mules, and I can still produce a lot. This is where I start throwing down extra Rexes. Even though I'm only on 28 SCVs, this is exactly the spot I want to be in this game. I know he's got no tech. Like, let's look at his base. He's got 6 warp gates, that's it. His gas is so low because he warped in so many stalkers and sentries to try and kill me. My gas is going to be pretty good. My main base wasn't affected. My tech wasn't affected at all. All I lost was SCVs and battle units, which I can get away with losing. As you can see, his economy was not affected during that push. Probe count-wise, he didn't really produce any probes. It was all on gateway units, so this build can hold off the 6-gate push very efficiently with just 2 Rexes with good building placement. Army-wise, he is actually ahead in supply still, but I'm just going to show you the efficiency of this build. Look, he's got so many units here, and I'm just microing my butt off, stutter stepping away, and my infrastructure is getting much better. I'm producing a lot of units right now. And I'm just going to take advantage of just being able to pick off this gas. And while that isn't the biggest move in the world, given that I know his tech is going to be so far behind and he's producing so many stalkers, any gas that I remove, like, it removes his ability of teching to something greater. So the fact that I can just keep on picking this off with no losses really, in fact, I'm actually picking off stalkers here in zealots. This is really good for me. If I do pick off this gas again too, he's losing out every time. Efficiency-wise, units lost. Look at that. I've lost 2,000 minerals worth, or 2,000 minerals and gases worth. He's lost almost 6,000 worth. So efficiency-wise, I have played so much more efficient than him this game. I'm bringing over my factory too, just for a bit of spotting, killing pylons that he wants to pop down, or that he popped down earlier from his push, just macroing up whenever I can. And look, my SCV count, I've actually almost overtaken him now. I will be overtaking him very shortly. I'm getting +2 weapons. I'm 1-1 now on my inventory. What's he at? He's at 0-0. I'm so far ahead. This fight, I do start stutter stepping away. He has 1 force field in his army. He is shooting my medevacs with his stalkers, but I've just got too much. This is a bioforce you cannot deal with, especially when you're behind in upgrades. I do start running at him, and GG is called. So that replay was just about, if you are in a really unfortunate position, not through any fault of your own, just that's the way it is. That map works that you can spawn at all 4 points. If you are a Protoss or a Terran and you feel you can go for a greedy build, that is the map to do it on. The chances of your opponent scanning you last aren't as little as you might think. If he spawns top right and I chose to go the other way around, it just depends on, like, it's a 50-50 chance technically on me not scouting him first or scouting him last. So it's really, it is a big deal, and that's something that people should take into account when they play this game, they should play the maps and the player and the race. You're not just playing because you want to play how you want to play. You have to take things into account. There's a lot of variables. So that game in particular, I was as unfortunate as I could possibly be. I scouted in Blast. I couldn't do anything to change my build. I just had to stay with my plan. And he ran and 6-gated me. I just showed you that you can hold off a 6-gate very efficiently by just placing 3 depots around your bunker and just playing very patiently, just not letting it scare you too much. If he didn't run into my Expo and try and kill me, yes, he would have built a bigger army than me, but again, my army was just that much more efficient, and he had to do something drastic. If you do invest in a 6-gate, you have to do something with it, otherwise you're going to lose. So, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. Check or head over to EvilGeniuses.net and check more games out from us, guys. Thank you very much.